Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Wargames. And in case you're not familiar with Wargames, we're going to go over the official rules. Two teams will be contained in separate cages with one member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a team member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, Wargames officially begins. The match can be won by pinfall or submission, but exiting the cage will result in a forfeit for your team. And introducing first for the OG Bloodline, the Samoan Bulldozer, Umaga. And I tell you what, this dude used to scare me as a child when I watched him. A man this big should not be able to move that fast. Jacob Fatu, who? Solo Sikoa, who? This dude is the real deal. He'll beat you up quicker than you can count the number of thumbs he has on each hand. He is the original werewolf. Dude is a monster, the Samoan Bulldozer. He didn't just get that name by chance. He's earned it. And for the OG Bloodline, Roman Reigns' Bloodline, main event Jey Uso will be starting the matchup. And that's got to be a scary sight for him. Not just the cage alone, but the man standing inside of the cage. Jey has definitely got an uphill battle to face with Mr. Maga. Uncle Umaga. Unkmaga? Unkmaga. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But here we are. You can see them in the background. The OG Bloodline, we have Umaga, Yokozuna, Rikishi, and The Rock. And for the OG Bloodline, we have Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and Roman Reigns. Again, in case you're not familiar with Wargames, which I bet you are, the match does not officially begin until all 8 members are in the match, in the cage. At alternating intervals, team members will be let into the match. I have no idea who has the advantage, so I don't know who will be coming in next. We will be finding that out together. But for now, the game is all about trying to beat your opponents as much as you can so that when the match does start, you can just pick them apart. And that's why it's so important to have the advantage going into this match. And I imagine here shortly we will know for sure which team will have the advantage. Umaga just picking away at Jey Uso. And Jey might be a little outmatched here. And it looks like Rikishi will be coming in next. So the OG Bloodline has the advantage. And that is 2 massive men to have in the ring, and I do not like the odds for Mr. Main Event Jey Uso. Big reminder, if you do leave the cage, you forfeit the match for your team. But that was a massive, nasty splash by Umaga to Jey Uso. And Jey's trying to fight back. He's got an opening. He's got to be quick before Rikishi gets in. And Rikishi electing to bring a chair into the ring. I'm sure that chair will come into play later. Or it'll come into play right now. It looked for a second he was just going to leave it there, but I guess has now reminded himself of why he needed the chair in the first place. Oh my gosh. Chair shot to the leg. And just power move after power move. Samoan spike driving that thumb straight into the gullet of Jey Uso. And Jey's just not looking good. He needs backup ASAP. Whoa, what happened there? Did he like try to swing it and it got caught on the rope or what? Not a lot of teamwork between the two. Rikishi and Umaga. It seems like they can't decide who should deliver the punishment. They're greedy and want to do it themselves. Jimmy Uso will be joining his brother Jey in the ring. He's got to get in there and even up the odds. Jay is getting his butt whooped. Probably like he has his whole life knowing the bloodline. And instead of running, Jimmy is just very quickly speed walking. Now enters the match. A bit of a whiff. Came in a little too eager. And, well, any chance he had to try to even up the odds looks like it's out the window. Jay tried to make a comeback. He was inspired by his brother's presence, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to do too much right now. Jimmy back up to his feet, and just the power game from Umaga, not allowing Jimmy to do anything. Sorry, I almost got them confused, Jay and Jimmy. And again, poor teamwork from Rikishi and Umaga. They both want to deliver the punishment and can't decide on taking turns. Okay, there we go. Jay's got Rikishi down. Jimmy just took down Umaga. And there we go. But it looks like Yokozuna is about to come in next, who is another massive mountain of a man. They had a short moment where they took initiative, and the OG bloodline is just continuing to tear them apart. And Yokozuna is going to look for some more objects to bring in. He's got a kendo stick, a Singapore cane. Oh, he's going back for some more. Meanwhile, more power moves being delivered to the brothers. And wow, just breaking that on his back. It's really not looking good for the OG bloodline. At this point, they really need a miracle to get back in this matchup. And they're fighting back. Jay's fighting back. They're not giving up. They're showing a lot of heart, showing a lot of strength and courage. But it also just might be a lot of stupidity. Yeah, Jimmy, you're not going to get Yoko that way. Yokozuna's just too big. You're not going to be able to wrap your hands around his waist. You're going to have to chop him down another way. And there's a valiant effort by Jay, but Umaga's going to put him down again. Solo Sikoa will enter the fray next. He is the next competitor to join the match. Okay, Jimmy. Jimmy with the neck breaker on Rikishi. And gets hit with a chair on the head by Yokozuna. Jay being manhandled by Umaga. Oh, he spears Umaga. Neck breaker on Yokozuna by Jimmy. And they have a chance here if Solo will do anything. They just keep missing their opportunity. Every time they try to get something going, the elders are able to just shut it down. The OG bloodline elders are just shutting it down. We still have The Rock remaining for the OG bloodline. We still have Roman Reigns waiting for the OG bloodline. That's funny. Solo Sikoa went for the Samoan spike on Umaga, and Umaga blocked it. That's funny. Umaga really likes that move. He's done that several times now. Jay with a big splash on Rikishi. Rikishi's not looking too good, but Jay Uso has suffered a lot of damage. And The Rock is on board. The countdown should begin shortly. And it's really going to come down to Roman. Can Roman make the difference in this match when he comes in? His bloodline has been pretty much demolished and torn apart. And as soon as Roman gets into the match officially begins. They can go for submissions and pinfalls. And I don't think the match will go too awfully long once Roman gets in. The Rock brought in a sledgehammer. Umaga and Solo into the ring on the right side. Okay. Jimmy and Jay working together. Yokozuna is down. The Rock just took Jay back down, but Jimmy is working on Rikishi. And I'm sure the numbers game is just going to get back to him once again. Every time they get some momentum, that's been the story. Uncle Maga has been shutting them down. Any moment now, it'll be Roman Reigns' turn. The countdown will begin, and the match will officially start. All right, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Does Roman head straight into the match? Or does Roman look for some form of an equalizer? It looks like, I think 2 people got busted open there. There's 2 red screens that just popped up. I don't know who got bloodied, but looks like there's 2 people that got bloodied up there. That would hurt so bad. Well, Roman's bringing in quite a few things. He brought in a stop sign. He is now looking to bring in a table. I guess if you don't enter the match, you can't lose, but you can't win either. And Rikishi said thank you for the table. The match has officially begun. Roman teeing off onto Umaga in the left corner of the left ring. Rikishi hitting him with the sledgehammer, and Jey Uso for good measure. Yeah, this is not looking good for the OG Bloodline. The OG Bloodline is teaching them that they need to respect their elders, put some respect on their names. Jimmy Uso just looks dead. I mean, Solo's trying to fight back. Oh man, look at Rikishi. No, why are you doing that? Go back, zoom out. Rikishi's gonna fly! And he missed! Jey Uso would have died if he got hit by that. It's hard to keep up with the action. I can't split my eyes. I can only look in one direction at a time. And I think Yokozuna is about to... Yep, he's about to do a bonsai drop. That's it for Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy, for coming. If you're ever able to breathe again, I guess we'll see you again. And they're not covering him. They're not covering Jimmy. They gotta cover Jimmy Uso. He's dead. A cover by Umaga. Oh, and there we go. That was all she wrote. That was it right there. Umaga, I think the pin, was that Jey Uso? And the OG Bloodline is victorious. Umaga, Rikishi, Yokozuna, and The Rock have taught the OG Bloodline that they should respect their elders. There you have it, the winner of Wargames.